The ball drops from the sky. Robert Sanchez launches it forward. João Pedro heads it on. Fabian Schär slips. Pedro arrives. João Pedro has just rescued a point. The Brazilian is back. The striker written off weeks ago has risen from the ashes. João Pedro is reborn. Welcome back, football lovers. Drop your country in the comments. Hit like if you think João Pedro is finally showing his £60 million price tag. Subscribe for real football talk every week. Let us talk Newcastle. Chelsea 2-0 down inside 20 minutes. Woltemade scored twice, dead and buried. Then the comeback. Reece James free kick, 49th minute, 2-1. Chelsea pushing. 66th minute. Sanchez launches it. Pedro heads forward. Schär slips. Pedro collects, one-on-one, slides under Ramsdale, goal, 2-2, game saved. That goal was massive, not just for Chelsea but massive for João Pedro personally and his growing confidence level overall. This is a player who has been through hell and back this season battling through difficulties. A player who started like a house on fire in preseason, then went ice cold during the autumn months. A player the media crucified daily. A player fans questioned constantly. A player pundits wrote off completely as not good enough. And now, at this critical moment, now he is scoring crucial goals again, showing his quality. Now he is showing why Chelsea paid the big money for his signature. João Pedro is reborn and proving all doubters wrong every single week he plays. But here's the thing, fitness. João Pedro has been fit all season, every week, available, starting. No major injuries. That matters. Because Liam Delap has been in the treatment room twice. August, Fulham, hamstring, 6 to 8 weeks out. Returned November. Then December 6th, Bournemouth, shoulder, landed awkwardly. 2 to 4 weeks out. Cannot catch a break. While Delap has been injured twice, Pedro has been the constant, week in, week out. You cannot score from the physio room. Pedro shows up, battles. Now it's paying off. Summer 2025. Chelsea signed Pedro from Brighton. 60 million total. 8-year contract. Coming off 30 goals in 70 Brighton appearances. Europa League top scorer. Versatile forward. Brazil international. Huge signing. Club World Cup was his introduction. Flew to America, medical, joined the squad. Quarter-final debut vs Palmeiras. Semi-final vs Fluminense, his boyhood club. Pedro started, scored twice, brace against the team he grew up supporting. Then the final. Paris Saint-Germain, Pedro scored, 3-0. Chelsea won. Pedro had 3 goals in 3 matches. Perfect start. Pre-season continued the momentum. August 8th, Bayer Leverkusen friendly. Pedro scored, 2-0 win. Looking sharp, ready. Then the season started. August 22nd, West Ham away, 5-1 victory. Pedro scored with a header, first Premier League goal for Chelsea. Everything was clicking, Brazilian on fire. But then September arrived and everything changed. September 30th, Benfica away in Champions League. Pedro was sent off, second yellow card, 96th minute, high boot challenge, red card. 1-0 win for Chelsea, but Pedro frustrated. That was the turning point. After that match, his form dropped off a cliff completely. October was terrible. Struggled against Sunderland. October 25th, 2-1 defeat at Stamford Bridge. Paul Merson said Pedro looked lost. No attacking threat. Playing as a number 10 but completely ineffective. Enzo Maresca defended him. Said Pedro was playing through injury, not training fully, groin problem. But fans were not convinced. If he's injured, then rest him. If he's fit, then perform. The excuses were wearing thin. November was not much better. Pedro went 7 consecutive Premier League matches without scoring. 7 games, no goals. The Chelsea number 9 curse was back. Emmanuel Petit criticized him publicly. Said strikers are judged on goals. Said Pedro needs to understand his job is putting the ball in the net. Harsh but fair. Chelsea were struggling for goals. Their £60 million striker was not delivering. Something had to change. Then late November brought signs of life and renewed confidence. Wolves at home, 3-0 win. Pedro scored the second goal, assisted by Estevão William. Relief. Finally a goal after the long drought, but would it continue? Next match provided the answer. Tottenham away, November 30th, 1-0 victory. Pedro scored the only goal of the game, assisted by Moises Caicedo. 34th minute, clinical finish. His first Premier League goal since August. The drought was finally over. Confidence returning. Form improving dramatically. December arrived with more goals. Atalanta away, Champions League, December 9th. Chelsea lost 2-1, but Pedro scored his first Champions League goal. Tapped in from Reece James' cross, 25th minute. Personal milestone achieved. Then Everton at home, December 13th, 2-0 win. Pedro played 81 minutes, worked hard, link-up play improving. And now Newcastle, today, the equalizer, the clutch goal. The moment that confirms it, João Pedro is back. So what changed? Why is Pedro scoring again after weeks of struggle? 3 reasons. First, fitness. He's finally fully fit, the groin injury is healed, training properly, moving freely. Second, confidence. Those goals against Wolves and Tottenham restored belief. Strikers live by goals. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3. Floodgates open. Third, Delap injury meant Pedro had to step up. No competition, just perform. Players need that trust. Maresca kept faith. Pedro repaid it. The stats tell the story. Premier League this season, 17 matches before Newcastle. 5 goals, 3 assists. Now 5 goals after the equalizer today. Not spectacular numbers, but improving every single week. Champions League, 4 matches, 1 goal against Atalanta. Club World Cup, 3 goals in 3 matches, including the final. Overall this season, across all competitions, 9 or 10 goals depending on how you count today's strike. 3 assists total. Decent return for a striker still adapting. Not world-class yet, but getting better with every performance he delivers. Compare that to Delap, only 6 starts all season long, 1 goal total. That goal came against Barcelona as a substitute coming off the bench, Carabao Cup. But 2 injuries have destroyed his season completely. Hamstring in August, shoulder in December. Timing brutal. Just when getting rhythm, injury struck. When he returned from first injury, second one hit. Chelsea paid big money for Delap too. Need him fit, need both strikers firing. But right now, Pedro is the one delivering consistently. The beauty of Pedro is his versatility. He can play anywhere across the front 3. Number 9, number 10, left wing, right wing, false 9, whatever Maresca needs. That flexibility is valuable. With Cole Palmer dealing with injuries, Pedro has filled multiple roles. Sometimes main striker, sometimes behind the striker, sometimes wide creating chances. He adapts, he works, he fights. And that work rate is underrated. Pedro doesn't just stand in the box waiting for service. He drops deep, links play, presses defenders, tracks back, wins the ball, creates chances for others. His 3 assists show that creativity. Against Wolves he combined with Estevao. Against Tottenham he finished from Caicedo. Against Newcastle he made his own goal from a goalkeeper clearance. Intelligence, movement, awareness. These are striker skills that don't always show in the stats. Looking ahead, Chelsea need Pedro in form. They're 4th in the Premier League table, 28 points, chasing Arsenal who lead by 7 points. Champions League campaign going well. Carabao Cup semi-finals coming up. Compete on 3 fronts minimum. Delap will return eventually. When he does, Chelsea will have 2 fit strikers. Competition for places. That competition will make both better. But until then, Pedro must carry the load. And based on recent form, he can do it. The doubters were loud in October and November. Fans questioned the signing. Pundits said he wasn't good enough. Social media turned toxic. Pedro looked lost. But he never stopped working, never stopped believing, never stopped trying. And now in December he's proving everyone wrong. 5 goals in his last 6 matches, scoring in big moments. The Newcastle equalizer today was massive, going 2-0 down and fighting back to draw. That takes character, that takes quality. Pedro delivered. João Pedro isn't the finished article yet. He's only 24 years old, room to grow, room to improve. But the signs are encouraging. After a difficult period, he's bounced back. After weeks of criticism, he's answering with goals. After injuries plagued his teammate, he stayed fit and available. Consistency is coming. Confidence is building. Goals are flowing. Chelsea spent $60 million on a player who can lead their attack for the next decade. Right now, that investment is starting to pay off. The Chelsea number 9 curse is real. Torres struggled, Morata struggled, Lukaku struggled, Werner struggled. Pedro arrived determined to break it. Early season brilliant, mid-season terrible, late season much better. If he maintains this form, Chelsea will be title contenders. If Delap returns fit, they have a proper partnership. So, is João Pedro reborn? Yes. From October and November struggles, he's risen. From 7 games without a goal to 5 goals in 6 matches. From being dropped to scoring crucial equalizers. The transformation is real.